Hello, this is Scott from Coffeeprops, where we're connecting people worldwide who love coffee, have an unique experience, a common appreciation, and an expressive passion for a cup of coffee. And we're here with Jessica, who is one of a two-part team, and we'll let her tell about that. And she is with Brewtiful Espresso on Instagram and also brutifulespresso.com. So welcome, Jessica. Thanks for joining us.
Hi, thanks for having me.
I am curious. So how did you guys get into coffee and blogging?
Yeah, so for me personally, I didn't really have like this big coffee epiphany. I
Mhm.
initially started drinking I initially started drinking coffee in like freshman year of high school because there was a coffee bar at my school. So I would just get it every morning as a kind of pick me up because I was just so tired every day.
Right.
But because it became like my everyday routine, I guess I kind of just never stopped. And as like I went along the way, I learned that there were better cups of coffee than others. And now today I drink like 2 to 3 cups of coffee a day. And I
Mhm.
just feel like my day is complete if I just don't have a cup of coffee.
Right. Now, what about your counterpart, Kylie?
I think for her, it was a lot about the cafe experience as a whole. I think that's when she really fell in love with it because, we're both college students and we need to find places where we want to get our homework done and still get a great cup of coffee. So for her, it was about having that whole cafe experience that she really began to enjoy coffee culture.
Hmm. Hmm. Now, tell us about the two of you. What are you doing together?
Um, Yeah, so we mainly run a blog, and our concept is kind of based off having coffee chats with friends. So we want our blog to feel like our readers were having coffee chats with us at different cafes every week. So on our blog, we give out college advice and we do cafe reviews. Um, yeah, because as college students, she goes to Cornell, I go to Harvard. We kind of have these problems that we go through, and we were like, oh, maybe a lot of other college students also go through the same thing. So this was at the same time like an outlet for us, and also a way for us to kind of help other people who were potentially going through the same thing as us.
Hmm. Yeah. So you saw a need because you were experiencing it, and so you wanted to address that need on behalf of others.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
and that's what I think drew me to you guys. First of all, you have great pictures on your Instagram account.
Thank you so
That was
much.
the first part. And then I read one of your articles, I think on Instagram, and I'm pulling this up now. On Instagram, it says Coldplay was right when you try your best and don't succeed. And that was a pretty good article. Pretty good article. Uh,
Thank you so much.
now, was that you or was that Kylie who wrote that one?
Yeah, that was me.
Mhm.
I actually just kind of set that line as a joke, and Kai really liked it. And she was like, "You should totally like write something about this, and like
Sure.
I'll put like the pictures up." Yeah, I think this idea came about because I was really struggling last semester with balancing school, social life, extracurriculars, and like sleep. And I just felt like even though I was trying my best, I wasn't succeeding at everything that I was doing. So, and I knew that a lot of my friends also felt the same way. So I just really felt compelled to kind of write this piece.
Yeah. Yeah, and I don't know if you meant it or not, but I have this picture up on the screen, and it's that quote that you said, Coldplay was right. And on the background of the picture is a brick wall with
Mhm.
picture frames and no pictures. What a perfect backdrop for that article. So some of the
Right.
other things that you have addressed, some of the other, I'm looking at some of these routines take effort and more importantly, time to build. I was stressed about not stressing out about something, and Google Calendar saved my freshman year at Harvard. It appears to me that you are addressing real real life issues for college
Mhm.
students. And I think it's just awesome the way you're doing that, and especially
Thank you.
because it's around coffee, which I love. So let's go over to your website now. Your website's where everyone will find these blog posts, right?
Mhm.
Brewtiful, that's BREW and then TIFUL, Brewtiful Espresso. And some great articles, great website. And so as you think about coffee, and this is a normal question that I have on the interviews that we do, is if you could think of anything in the coffee world that you would change, if you had the power to change it, is there anything that comes to
Mhm.
mind?
Yeah. So because we are so like focused and we love cafes and not just like coffee individually, we think that it would be great if coffee shops or cafes put more thought into like designing their space, even like setting the mood and the ambiance of it, because I feel like it could really change a person's entire perception of
Mhm.
getting a cup of coffee or of coffee culture. And I feel like coffee and cafes shouldn't have to be in such separate spheres, and that going to get a cup of coffee should be more of an experience than just seen as this daily routine.
Ah, okay. Yeah. Yeah. What an interesting perspective. That what so if you don't mind, a follow-up question,
Mhm.
what is the kind of feel that you're looking for?
Yeah, so I think for everyone, it's definitely different. As a college student, I'm definitely looking for like a more relaxed and comfortable vibe, but still like not too noisy because I need to be able to get my work done. And of course, the place needs to have like a great coffee selection. Yeah, but I think it's definitely different depending on your needs.
Yeah, so it's more conducive for conversation and that sort of thing.
Hmm.
Yeah. I heard of some coffee shops where they intentionally do not have Wi-Fi for the purpose of encouraging conversation. What do you think about that?
Yeah, so I think it's great if you're going to that place with a friend, but if you have intentions of like doing your work there, I don't really think that would be ideal because I've been to some of those places, or they would have like no laptop tables because they want you to like talk to the person you're actually with. Yeah,
Right.
so I think it's just depending on what you're going to do that day.
Yeah, so it's probably best to have a mix of coffee shops in the area where you can do both.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, cool. Cool. So what's your favorite drink? What's your go-to?
Yeah, so I always go for just a simple vanilla latte because I feel
Hmm.
like it has like the amount of espresso I want. And I always like cool latte art. So like some of the cafes I've been to like do it really fancy, and I always like to like kind of just like snap a nice picture of it.
Yeah, good, good. And you've done a great job on your Instagram. So you are on Instagram at Brewtiful Espresso, and you are also by the same name, brutifulespresso.com. So if you're listening to this audio and you're looking for some college advice, you need to check out Kylie and Jessica. And Kylie, you're at Harvard. Jessica, you're at Harvard, right? Kylie is
Yes,
where?
Cornell.
Cornell. Okay, so two college students who took it upon themselves to address some real life issues for other college students. So if you are a college student, check them out, follow them. And Jessica, thank you on behalf of Coffee Props and the whole Coffee Props community. Thank you for taking your time to talk with us today.
Thank you so much for having me.